Hi Taurus, welcome to your reading. Today we're going to be doing a Celtic cross. I do my Celtic crosses, basically the same as the traditional one, but I have switched up the meanings of some of the positions. Just works better for me as a reader. I'm not going to put any dates on these readings. I'm going to try and upload once a week for each sign. But I'm not going to put any dates on the readings because I think whenever the message finds you is when you're meant to see it. So let's get into the Celtic cross and see what your message is. Okay, so your first card, which I call the situation card, is the Eight of Swords. So, seems like some of you might be feeling trapped. But the good thing, the positive thing about the Eight of Swords, and I love this deck so much. This is the Lightseers deck. I'm sure you guys have seen it before. The illustrations in this deck are just absolutely beautiful. But the positive thing, the one positive thing about the Eight of Swords is that it is always a self-imposed prison. It's not an actual prison. Like, maybe you're in prison. I don't think you are if you're watching this. But, yeah, it's always a self-imposed prison. So whatever you feel like you're stuck in here, you have the power to change it. So let's get a little bit further in and see exactly what you're dealing with. So my second card is the challenge card, the Seven of Swords. Okay, so some of you are dealing with somebody else. Even though this is a self-imposed prison, I think that some of you are dealing with somebody who is probably not the nicest human and is doing some things either behind your back or in front of your face, but probably behind your back that are not that great. Let's get into it a little bit more. So the third card is always the root cause. Okay, so it's overthinking. This person, whoever this person is overthinking. Okay, I'm getting this weird energy that it's like you think the worst of them and they think the worst of you, and you think that they're doing these things behind your back and they think the same about you. And I don't think that either of you are doing the worst of what the other thinks is happening. So this is actually kind of strange. For the recent past, the Two of Swords. Again, this like tied up energy. I feel like you have to make a decision. I kind of just feel like this is two people, like you and someone else, who I think that there's like a lot of thinking the worst of each other. And like, even though this person might not be the nicest person, I mean, like, how much time do people really spend, like, I don't know, how old are we? You know what I mean? So it kind of just seems like maybe you're worrying about like what they're going to do or what they're going to say behind your back, but they're also worrying the same things. So I honestly wouldn't worry about it so much. Kind of seems silly, to be honest. Okay, number 5, the near future, the Page of Cups. Yeah, there you go. I don't think you have anything to worry about. Yeah, like even if somebody does do or say something like behind your back, does it even matter at this point? You know, like I'm assuming if you're watching this, you're not a child. These videos are not for children. But yeah, like I wouldn't even worry about what this other person is doing at all, because you are going to be fine. Either way, no matter what they say or what they do, you're going to be fine. Our next card is what you need to know, the 7 of Wands. So worry about yourself. Don't worry about what other people are doing, especially this person. Like they just seem like not the nicest person, and like they're just going to say things to like piss you off or make you upset or like make you think stuff is going on and it's not. Like I feel like this person's immature and this whole situation is very silly. So yeah, what you need to know is the 7 of Wands. Just worry about yourself and protecting your energy. That's the most important thing. Because like the more you get upset with somebody, the more you overthink things to do with them, the more you think about them, the more you talk about them, the more of your power you're giving to that person. And if you don't like that person, that really doesn't make any sense, does it? No, right? So don't worry, because you're going to be fine either way. Okay, let's move on. So 7 is hopes and fears. And you got the Star of Hope, or the card of hoping and wishing, the star. So that's kind of funny. I think you just are hoping things will get better, and like they will, they absolutely will get better. But the only person that controls that is you. Nobody else controls that. You don't have to wait for somebody to like grow up and be the bigger person, or grow up and be a better person, or sit around and hope and wish that they're just going to like realize that you're a nice person who's deserving of like kindness and respect. Like you don't have to wait around for that to happen. You can just say, okay, like I don't want anything to do with this. I'm not going to give any of my time and my energy to this anymore. And I'm just going to go on with my bad self and be happy. And I think that that's exactly what you should do. So the next card we have is the external influence or external energy around you. And you have the Empress. Like, you don't need to be bothered with any of this. You don't need to worry about any of it. You're the Empress. You are the Empress. You don't need to worry about the friggin' 7 of Swords when you're the Empress. You know? I wouldn't worry about any of this stuff because you have this energy around you. Also, this is not going to be for everybody, but it just came through, so I'm going to say it. If your mom has passed away, or your grandma who was like a mom to you, she's here with you. She's telling you it's going to be okay. Like, you don't need to worry. Again, you don't need to worry about any of this. Everything's going to be fine. You just have to worry about you and what you're doing and what you're thinking and where you're putting your energy and your power. Okay? That was nice. Somebody's mom or grandma came through. So next card we have is the advice card, which is the 5 of Wands. So again, don't spend your time doing this. Don't spend your time bickering and overthinking and like in competition. You're not in competition with anybody. The only person you should ever be in competition with is yourself. Is trying to be the best version of yourself that you can be. You're not in competition with anybody else. ever. I don't care how competitive and snarky they are. You just don't worry about any of that. Like, you win when you don't give your power to other people around you. That's how you win. Because if somebody around you is like, this might be at work for some of you, but it's just, like, it might not be for everybody that this person is at work. It might be like, I don't know, a sibling, or like a sibling-in-law, or like whoever it could be to you. You know what I mean? I just would not worry about anything that they say. Like, let them walk by and make their snarky comments and say whatever they want. Like, that's on them. If they want to live in that negative, like, yeah, 7 of Swords energy, like, go ahead. I'm gonna be over here in my Empress energy. Not gonna worry about you in your 7 of Swords energy, because that's just gonna bring you down to where they are. So that's your advice. And then the last card we have here is the possible outcome. And you got the 3 of Pentacles. So, which is like working together. You know what I mean? And like, you don't have to work together with somebody who is this nasty, unless it is at work and you physically do have to work with them. I'm sorry. But yeah, you'll see how much easier things will become in your relationships when you just start, like, making protecting your energy and your power your first priority. When you make doing what's best for you and nurturing yourself your top priority, then it trickles down. So the better you treat yourself, the better you can treat all the relationships in your life. So if you're up here and you're not worried about what anybody else is doing, you have the space and the time and the energy to have good, healthy relationships, and like with the people around you. You know what I mean? And are more able to pick and choose which relationships are worth putting your time and energy into. So that was the message that we had for today. Before we go, we're going to pull 2 more cards. We're going to pull a self-care card. So this is something that you can do this week to take care of yourself. And then we're also going to pull a mantra card, which will be a little mantra that you can remind yourself of throughout the week, just to kind of keep yourself in a positive place, like a positive state of mind. But first, we'll pull the self-care card and see what's one thing you can do this week to take care of yourself. Make a meal. Oh, I love that. So go ahead, and this is what I'm saying. These changes, going from being in like the 8 of Swords, and then, going from the 8 of Swords to the Empress is a huge leap energetically. But if you start small with the small things, like make yourself your favorite food this week. Make yourself that thing that you never make yourself, because you're like, oh, it takes so much time, and I gotta go to the store and I gotta get this and I gotta get that. Like, don't make any excuses. Go to the store, get your stuff, come home, put on some music, light a candle, make yourself your absolute favorite thing to eat, and you'll feel so much better after that. Little things, they start big changes, right? I love that. So let's pull a mantra card. So this is something you can remind yourself of this week so that you can stay positive. So what is Taurus's mantra for this week? Take a chance. Every risk is a success when you're committed to learning and growth. Risk. Okay, I kind of love this for this message because it ties in nicely with the, like, don't worry about what this energy is doing. Like, just, it may seem like you're taking a risk by, like, ignoring this and just like, okay, I'm not going to worry about what this person's doing, but like you're scared that they are doing something behind your back. So it may seem like a little bit of a risk to you to focus more on yourself and just let it whatever go with them. But I promise you, they, like, their bark is worse than their bite. They're not There's not going to be anything that you have to worry about at the end of the day. Okay? Okay, well, that's what I have for you this week, and I hope you enjoyed the reading, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.